Advertisement. Sign in register. In completed pages, Winx Club, characters. Bloom. Kind of, but we have better style. This article is an A. It has all the sections and images in place, making it complete. Only edit if you think it can be improved. Overview series comics books spin-offs out TS gallery. Princess Bloom is the fairy of the dragon flame. She is Prince Sky's Ansi, the second princess of Domino and its guardian fairy. She is one of the founding members of the Winx Club, where she is recognized as the leader of their group, which also signs her status as the central protagonist of the Winx Winx Club Club series as a whole. She is also an alumna/student of the Althea College for Fairies as of The Secret of the Lost Kingdom. Contents: Hide. 1 appearance. 1.1 Civilian. 1.1.1 Winx Club. 1.1.2 World of Winx. 1.2 Fairy forms. 2 Personality. 2.1 Bloom. And 76 more English. View source. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. 2.2 Dark Bloom. 3 magical abilities. 3.1 Winx Club. 3.1.1 Dark Bloom. 3.2 World of Winx. 3.3 Uses of magic. 3.4 Known transformations. 4 curiosities. 5 transformation sequences. 6 etymology. 6.1 Inspirations. 7 trivia. 8 references. Appearance. Bloom is a slightly fair-skinned girl with waist-length red orange hair with a single small hair strand sticking up until season 4, and large cyan eyes. Civilia. Win Club. In season 1, Bloom's civilian outtee consists of a light teal, sleeveless cropped sweatshirt with a matching teal trim and a pale yellow short-sleeved shirt underneath. She also wears a light blue, slightly art jeans that have stars on the bottom of the legs. Her shoes are yellow wedge sandals, with straps over the instep. In Season 2, Season 3, Bloom's civilian outtee consists of a blue and white striped midriff top with small pink hearts that bears her belly and a RUY denim skirt. She also wears a pink armband on her left arm and over the knee blue socks. Her shoes are dark blue platform boots with white tips and pink lace. In Season 4, Bloom's hair is now knee-length with her bangs uneven to the right. She wears a pink RUE sleeve top with white, soft pink, and blue polka dots, yellow trim, and a blue heart emblem with a blue PY skirt and a gold belt with a pink and white polka dot bow. Her shoes are heels, same as the top, with a yellow toe ribbon and a blue ankle cover. She also wears pink bangle bracelets. In Season 5, Bloom wears a pink top with blue hearts in the right corner and a strap on her left shoulder, the shoulder sleeve on her right arm, and a blue bow on the strap. She also sports a light blue sleeveless midriff top with pink buttons over the pink top and a blue RUED miniskirt. She accessorizes with 2 blue beaded necklaces, 2 blue bangles, and pink over-the-knee socks. Her Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Shoes are light blue high-heeled boots with blue heels and blue ribbons wrapped around her leg and tying on the back her hamstring. Her hair is knee-length and her bangs are parted mostly to the right and cheek length, but the other side is pulled behind her ear with a short piece hanging down and is decorated with a light blue barrette on the right side of her head. In Season 6, Bloom wears a pale blue collared top under a light pink sweater with black buttons and accents. Also there is a hot pink bow near the collar of the undershirt. She also wears a light grey miniskirt with thin, pale pink plaid designs and light pink tights with grey diamonds. Her shoes are dark grey heels with pale blue socks that has hot pink lining. Her hair is in a braid with a pink hair bow, tying it at the top and a pink bow on the bottom. Also her bangs are in front and spread out around her forehead. In Season 7, she wears a pink shirt with blue and pink stripes under a blue vest with a pink skirt above her knees and blue socks. She wears dark blue colored socks and pink and white colored shoes on high heels. Her hair is long, arranged in a ponytail similar to her Sirenix transformation with a pale pink ribbon with blue and pink stripes similar to her blouse. In Season 8, Bloom's hair is worn down, just like her original form from Season 1 to 4, but her bangs are much more side-swept and curly to the right side. She wears a multi-layer dress similar to her Enchantix, but in shades and layers of pale blue and white. There are several RUS at the end of each layer, embroidery decorations throughout the dress and two small brown bows at the end of the penultimate layer. She wears a blue coat over her dress and blue leggings similar to her Sirenix and blue mics with a pale blue hour pattern. She wears brown country-style boots at the calf with various RUE decorations. She wears a bracelet on her left wrist and a necklace with a pendant in the shape of a pink heart. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Seasons 1 and 2, Seasons 2 and 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 8. Whirl of Win. Bloom's civilian attire in both seasons is characterized by a short-sleeved shirt with a checkered pattern, formed by pink, light pink and dark gray rhombuses with a dark gray bottom border. She is wearing a pink RUED skirt with a light pink border and dark gray leggings with various sparks and jewelry. She wears pink shoes with white polka dots and dark gray socks looser at the heel. On her left arm she wears a pink bracelet and a silver watch. Occasionally she is seen wearing a dark gray fuzzy bag with a black strap attached to the bag by pink hooks. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Both seasons carrying her handbag. Fair form. As the keeper of the dragon flame, many of Bloom's fairy forms maintain a theme of blue stands out as the primary color of a majority of her forms, with pinks and purples acting as accents. Personality. Blue. Bloom started out as an insecure girl at the beginning of the series because of her ignorance of her true origins and her strange, yet surprisingly potent powers. Later on, as she learned more about magic and herself, she grew increasingly curious about her past and whom her biological parents are. An escapist by nature, she has a tendency to run away when things get too hard or confusing for her, and can also be impatient and stubborn, with a short temper. Bloom was also impulsive at times, which led to some very bad experiences for both her and her friends. especially when she rst met / attacked Diaspro under the assumption she was one of the tricks with a lack of evidence. Her greatest strength and greatest weakness was her status as the guardian of the dragon's flame. While the dragon flame made her arguably the most powerful fairy in the magic dimension, it also consistently drew numerous enemies to her, such as the Tricks, Darker, Valta, and the ancestral witches. Additionally, Bloom has been known to make some saleshow decisions, though this is partly due to her strong desire to learn her background, and can act rather self-centered at times. Despite her flaws, Bloom still has a heart of gold. She cares for all of her friends, allies, and families, both adopted and biological, deeply, and is always willing to help and GHT for a good cause. She has shown herself to be selfless, caring, brave and a true capable leader. Bloom is tough when needed to be and always lends a helping hand to people in need. As she grows in later seasons, she becomes wiser, and a far more focused and active leader to the Winx, as a part of maturing over the years, and has, for the most part, learned to reel in her impulsive and temperamental nature. This is especially relevant in World of Winx WORLOWIN World of Winx WORLDOFWINX World of Winx and later seasons, where Bloom showcases her much more serious, but still kind-hearted disposition as leader of the Winx. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. DAR Blue. While in this form, she is very negative. She does very bad deeds and obeys Lord Darker loyally. In this form, Bloom is the absolute opposite of herself. She becomes heartless, abusive, unwilling, mean, saleshow, manipulative, mischievous, cruel and uncaring. To name an example of her obedience to Darker, she steals the Codex fragment from Althea for Darker. She made other appearances in the last 3 episodes of Season 2 when Darker discovered that he needed the powers of light and darkness to claim the ultimate power of relics. Thanks to Sky confessing his deep love for her, Bloom manages to use her healing power on everyone affected by Darker's magic, including herself, thus freeing herself from Darker's control and returning to normal. She returns the ultimate power to relics and joins her friends in a Charmix convergence that destroys Lord Darker and his fortress. Magica ability. Win Club. Main article, Dragon's Flame. Bloom, as Fairy of the Dragon Flame, has rebased powers where her spells can manifest in the form of re-dragons, re-balls, re-beams, re-storms and explosions of varying intensities. She also has displayed rebased defensive spells such as re-walls and AME shields. Bloom can spontaneously generate and manipulate heat. While at the beginning of the series, she mainly used her powers to bombard her opponents with re-balls in varying intensity and size, she soon learns to ignite large wild res and control dangerous infernos by thought. Other related abilities are throwing blasts of heat energy, using re as shields and force elds, causing objects to become soft and melt, and using re to y. She can summon the essence of the great dragon or a re-dragon to damage her target. Bloom also knows some basic, RST level spells that all fairies can use, such as telekinesis, transmuting objects, and shing minor messes. The intensity and strength of Bloom's magic is proportional to her emotional state where her powers are at their strongest when she gets angry, as shown in a Magic's Christmas where she summoned a re-dragon after the tricks ruined her Christmas celebration. In the most intense situations, she can unleash huge bursts of energy that can transform her allies and herself, and even damage advanced machinery, as shown in Betrayed and Bloom. Tested. Various aspects of her individual powers are emotionally controlled. Dark Bloom. Bloom summoning a re-dragon. Bloom's reverse Astrid's Ice. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Such as her telekinesis being fueled by her calmness, once demonstrated in her sleep, her bravery. Employing her offensive spells, her depressed and non-content moments occasionally block her powers. And when she is scared or panicky, she deploys defensive spells. She is considered one of the strongest and most powerful fairies in existence, as her power is derived from the great dragon's flame itself. She is also able to freely share her powers with other living beings. She has been shown to have empathetic abilities like seeing people's true natures. She also has a mental connection with her elder sister Daphne, which is only shown while she was in her spirit form. After Daphne regained her body, this connection was most likely unnecessary. Daphne is able to contact Bloom, usually in her sleep as a dream, but sometimes she appears to her in a vision, as shown in Season 5. Bloom was also able to sense Valta, whose power was of the same nature. Aside from her empathic powers, Bloom, like all fairies and witches, can sense errant magic trails, but on a much stronger level, as she is able to bypass cloaking spells, along with being of very few beings in the entire magic universe capable of sensing across other magic dimensions. This sensory power includes the very life force of magical creatures, as she was able to sense that the pixies were in another dimension despite not being able to sense their magic alone. She also displays the ability to project her spiritual AME into the minds of others, allowing her to sense their essence but at the risk of her physical body being harmed. Dar Blue. Dark Bloom has the same powers that Bloom had by that moment, although mixed with dark magic. She displayed the basic RST level skill of levitation when turning Timmy upside down in midair. Her magical aura transformed from airy orange to dark purple. Bloom also seemed to have better reflexes than her normal self, as she dodges all her friends' attacks with ease. In fact, none of the other Winx girls' abilities worked on her. Even her bonded Pixie's kiss was unable to break Darker's spell for long. Whirl of Wind. Bloom retains her rebased powers, which allow her to create and manipulate all forms of and heat. Opting for a more offensive approach, Bloom often has her powers manifest as reballs and sparks that vary in size and intensity depending on what the situation calls for. She can also channel her into other objects to raise their temperatures to dangerously high levels, which she does so primarily to metal objects like the Winx Mobile in Season 1 and the EIL Tower in Season 2, since metal is the perfect conductor to her heat. Bloom can also use her to burn away the strength of her opponents, as she does so against the Crocodile Man on multiple occasions. This is even a specialty of hers granted by her Dreamike's powers. She can also use this ability for more defensive capabilities by using airy shields that disappear after burning. Bloom astral projecting to activate the water stars. Bloom heating up the EIL Tower. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Away incoming attacks. Unlike the main series, her power isn't as destructive but more versatile. She displays her more supportive side capable of welding an iron bar back together. Additionally, it is revealed in the episode Neverland that the Winx's powers, blooms included, are generated from dreams and thus, are closely linked with the world of dreams. According to the world's spirit, the Winx will lose their fairy powers should the world of dreams fall into ruin. Use of Magi. Expediocatenum, used to unlock a padlock in Race Against Time. Contabiish morbiigritaton, used to kill a plant in Race Against Time. Mortifer fatalis silenti, used to turn a plant into a monster in Race Against Time. Medica deciderum incolumis, used to break the homesickness spell placed on the pixies in Race Against Time. Exclamo, used to create an ear-shaped passageway in the wall in which audio can be transmitted. Sleeping spell, used to put a guard to sleep in secrets within secrets. Skarmox, used to put Timmy's socks and shoes on his hands. Expera, used to move Timmy out of her dorm. Beatus Fortis Subversio, used to summon the crystal of power in the Phoenix revealed. Chronomagic, used to ND out where Polita is via the fairy clock room. No transformation. Broom Bloom, in the episode Shimmer in the Shadows, Stella Bree turned Bloom into a broom. Kitten. Curiosity. Birthday, the 10th of December, 5. Astrological sign, Dragon, 5. Favorite food, pizza, 5. Favorite color, red, 5. Favorite hobby, reading books about fairy tales and magic. 5. Favorite pet, My Little Kaiko, 5. Ideal boyfriend, Sky. 5. Best friend, Stella, 5. Favorite movies, romantic comedies, 5. Loves, cooking cupcakes for my friends. 5. Hates, tidying my room. 5. Favorite music, pop, 5. Favorite shoes, comfortable, but stylish. 5. Favorite subject, potions, 5. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Favorite spell, Dragon Flame, 5. Transformatio sequence. Winx Club, Bloom all full. Transformations up to Tynix. HD. All transformation in one video. Etymology. The Ashkenazic Jewish name Bloom is an ornamental name derived from the Yiddish word Bloom and the German word Blum, which mean hour. Inspiration. Main article, Inspirations and References. Bloom is a character that was created from multiple sources of inspiration. Iginiostra, the creator of the Winx Club WINCLU Winx Club WINXCLUB Winx Club series, designed Bloom's story as a character who was raised by an adoptive family based on a girl he had dated in university named Antonella, who had herself been raised by an adoptive family and who desired to know who her biological parents were. 7. Bloom's personality was inspired by Joanne Lee, Iginiostra's wife, as well as the executive producer for the Winx Club series. 8. According to Iginiostra, Bloom's appearance was modeled on singer Britney Spears. 8. Bloom, being a fairy who was adopted by non-magical humans when she was a baby, might have been inspired by the legends of changelings, who in many legends all over the world were believed to be fairy children left in the place of human children stolen by fairies. Bloom shares some similarities with these other fictional characters and might possibly have been inspired to some extent by them. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Kal-El from DC Comics, who was given the human name of Clark Kent and who GHTS evil as a costumed superhero under the secret identity of Superman. Kal-El is the last survivor from his home world, Krypton, which was destroyed when the planet exploded. Superman's biological parents, Jor-El and Lara Lor-Van, died in the disaster. Similarly, Bloom was the last survivor from her planet, Domino, which was destroyed when the ancestral witches attacked it. Bloom's biological parents, Orital and Marion, disappeared during the disaster. Kal-El's biological parents saved him from their planet's destruction by placing him in a rocket when he was still a baby and sent him to Earth. Bloom's biological elder sister, Daphne, saved her from her planet's destruction when she was still a baby by sending her to Earth through a magical portal. The rocket containing baby Kal-El was found by Jonathan and Martha Kent, a married couple of human farmers from the small town of Smallville, Kansas in the United States of America on Earth. Jonathan and Martha adopted Kal-El, named him Clark Kent, and raised him as their own son. Bloom was similarly found in a magical protective shield in a building on Re by Mike, a human rector, who adopted her together with his wife Vanessa, a human aurist, and they raised her as their own daughter in the town of Gardenia, California, in the United States of America on Earth. As he grew up, Kal-El/Clark Kent developed superpowers because, being an alien from planet Krypton whose sun is red, his body absorbs radiation from the yellow sun of planet Earth and transforms it into superhuman abilities. When Bloom grew up and she turned 16 years old, her magical powers started manifesting themselves, giving her magical superhuman abilities. When he grew up, Kal-El/Clark Kent adopted the secret identity of Superman, who wears a primarily blue-colored costume, to GHT evil. Similarly, when Bloom grew up, she became a fairy who transforms into a blue-colored fairy costume to GHT evil. In the legacy episodes of Superman, the animated series, Superman is captured and temporarily turned evil by Darkseid, the god of evil who rules over the planet Apocalypse and wants to conquer the universe. Similarly, at the end of Winx Club, episode 224, Bloom is captured and temporarily turned evil by Lord Darker, the ancient deity of pure darkness and evil of the Winx Club universe. Harry Potter from the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Harry's parents were killed when he was a baby by Lord Voldemort and lived as an ordinary boy with his aunt and uncle until he found out he was a wizard and joined the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. In the same way, Bloom's family disappeared when her kingdom was destroyed by the ancestral witches when she was a baby, and she grew up with a family on Earth not knowing who she was and from where she came from until found out she was a fairy when she met Stella and went to the Althea School for Fairies in Magics. Both Harry and Bloom eventually defeat and cause the deaths of the ones because of whom they lost their parents. Harry's nemesis at school is Draco Malfoy, a cruel and very arrogant boy with very pale blonde hair. Bloom's nemesis is Icy, a cruel and very arrogant girl with pale bluish-white hair. Both Draco and Icy have sharp, pointed facial features. Coincidentally, in the Italian dub of the Harry Potter movies, Bloom's voice actor, Letizia Ciumpa, voices Hermione Granger, one of Harry's best friends. Jean Grey from Marvel Comics, especially as she appears in the Dark Phoenix Saga storyline. Jean Grey is a very powerful red-haired character and was the temporary vessel of the Phoenix Force, one of the oldest known cosmic entities of the Marvel Universe that represents life that has not yet been born and is an immortal, indestructible, and mutable manifestation of the prime universal force of life. Bloom similarly is a powerful red-haired character who is the vessel of the dragon's flame, which represents creation and is the source of all magic and life. Both Bloom and Jean at one point became evil. Bloom was turned into Dark Bloom by Darker, just like Jean Grey, as the Phoenix was turned into the Dark Phoenix by Mastermind and the Hellry Club. The scene where Bloom heals herself from Darker's spell and reverts back to her normal self from her Dark Bloom form after Sky speaks to her is similar to how Jean Grey temporarily reverts back to her normal self from her Dark Phoenix form after her boyfriend Scott Summers /Cyclops confronts her in the Dark Phoenix Saga, Part 3, The Dark Phoenix of X-Men, the animated series. Daenerys Targaryen from the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R. Martin. Daenerys is a dragon princess who comes from House Targaryen, an ancient dynasty closely associated with dragons and who were said to have dragon blood and to be able to control dragons. Shortly before the birth of Daenerys, her father, Aerys II Targaryen, the Mad King of the Seven Kingdoms, was overthrown and killed in a rebellion, and most her family was killed as well. Her mother Queen Rolla died while giving birth to her. Daenerys and her brother Viserys Targaryen then spent most of their lives in exile, and after the death of Viserys, Daenerys becomes the last member of her family to still be alive, and one of her greatest desires is to reconquer her family's kingdom. Bloom is a dragon princess who comes from the dynasty of an ancient kingdom. The dynasty she belongs to is closely associated with the Great Dragon, and its heirs possess a part of the dragon's powers. When Bloom was a baby, her kingdom was destroyed and her parents disappeared while her sister was killed, later retconned to being cursed. She lived. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. In exile on Earth. Her greatest desire was to end her parents until she newly restored her kingdom and saved her whole family. The theme of A Song of Ice and Fire is considered by some of its fans to be a war of ice against fire. Similarly, the theme of the show in Season 1 is a GHT of fire, represented by Bloom, against ice, represented by Icy. Coincidentally, Bloom and her share the same Italian voice actress, Letizia Ciumpa. Dorothy Gale from the 1939 movie adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. The design of Bloom's Believix dress and her two hair braids in her Believix form appears to have been inspired by the dress of Dorothy from the 1939 The Wizard of Oz movie. Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. Both were raised by step-parents, just like Luke by Lars' family on Tatooine. Just like Daphne's spirit talked to Bloom on Lake Rockhalus about her past, Ben Kenobi's Force Ghost talked to Luke about his former friend and Luke's father, Anakin at Swamps of Dagobah in Star Wars, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Trivia. Bloom's name is possibly a reference to the fact that she discovers her powers and starts blooming from a normal human girl into a fairy, while the other fairies already knew about their powers and what they would become since they were kids. In that sense, she is a late bloomer. Despite the age difference, Bloom's original sketch is relatively the same as today. Bloom was the one who came up with the name Winx Club. This is further explained issue 3 of the Winx Club comic series, as Bloom was inspired by some passing butter eyes and their wings. Originally, the name was going to be Winx Club as proposed by Stella, but then Bloom drew in butter Y wings at the end in place of the G and S to resemble an X to keep the butter Y theme, creating the name Winx. This is also referenced in the World of Winx WORLOWIN World of Winx WORLDOFWINX World of Winx episode stylist wanted when Stella decides to give their new power the name Dreamix. In the original version, Bloom is the third youngest of the group after Techna, second youngest, and Roxy, youngest. Bloom is an artist, like Helia. In an early and outdated character bio, Bloom's surname was suggested to be Peters. Techna's bio from the same time also had an inaccuracy, saying that she was half android. Peters may be her adoptive parents' surname. The surname Peters appears in 4Kids dub. Eventually, the surname ended up becoming Bloom and her adoptive parents' last names in Fate, FATE Fate, FATE, Fate. The Winx Saga THWINSAG The Winx Saga THEWINXSAGA The Winx Saga. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Bloom's opposite is Icy, as Bloom is warm and compassionate while Icy is cold and cruel. This is better reacted in each of their powers, Bloom's re to Isis Ice. This still holds up somewhat in 4Kids canon, as, in one promo for the show, it is said that Isis powers come from dead planets while Bloom still retains the dragon's flame, the responsible for all magical life. According to Darker in the Sinloom version, Bloom is the natural consort of Darker, as Dark Bloom possesses the power of the dragon's flame and the Phoenix possesses the shadow fire, the complete opposite of the dragon's flame. Bloom tends to be seen together with Stella and Flora more than the other girls, especially in Winx products. Bloom does not have a speaking appearance in one episode from Season 2, The Show Must Go On, which marks the only episode where she does not have any lines. She does technically appear in this episode, in the crowd. In total, Stella has one more speaking appearance than Bloom, since Stella has lines in every episode. Bloom is the only Winx whose Season 1 civilian outie has been seen in the new animation style. Both Daphne and Bloom had their power stolen by a villain, and with the help of each other they got both their condenses and power back. In The Witch's Downfall, Daphne helps Bloom regain her condense and power, which was stolen by the tricks in which they thought that they took the dragon's flame, and Bloom's power was lost forever. In inspiration of Sirenix, Bloom and the Winx help Daphne regain her power and condense back, since Tritonus and the tricks stole it. In Professor Avalon's Secret, Bloom states her favorite color is purple. This also connects with Curiosities, which states her favorite color is red. Bloom's favorite color is red, but she wears more blue, purple, and pink than red. Bloom is the only Winx girl whose Charmix spells are all unnamed. In fact, she uses them the least of the Winx. Bloom is the RST winx to turn evil as shown in Season 2. The second one was Roxy in Nebula when she was possessed by Nebula. The third one was Techna as shown in the Cyrenix book when she was turned into a robot. The fourth was Musa as shown in Secret of the Ruby Reef when she was turned into a monster by Tritonus. The FTH was Stella as shown in Queen for a Day. Bloom is one of the 4 fairies who did not receive their enchantix in their own realm, although she earned it by saving her realm itself. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Musa received her enchantix at Althea, although she earned her enchantix by saving the princess of her realm. Techna received her enchantix on Andros. Stella received her enchantix on Heracleon, although she earned her enchantix by saving her father. Both Bloom and Flora have siblings, making them the only 2 winx members to have them. Bloom has Daphne. Flora has Meal. If Radius married Cassandra in at the last moment, Chimera would have been Stella's stepsister. Bloom has the most associated pets among the winx. Until Roxy, Bloom was the only winx girl whose name did not end with a. Sky, Bloom, and Aisha are the only ones to have known exes, Diaspro, Andy, and Nabu, respectively. Just like Roxy can sense when Morgana is in danger, Bloom can sense when Daphne is in danger. It might be possible that magical characters can sense when their family members are in danger. Bloom and Flora are the most feminine of the winx in their fairy forms. This is more evident by the fact they wear skirts, dresses and feminine footwear in most of their transformations. Bloom is the winx member to have the most Lovix spells, which are for Ice Flame, Ice Wall, Frozen, Dart and Dragon Fire. Bloom was the last to bond with a Selkie and a fairy animal in the series. Bloom's Nickelodeon voice actress, Molly Sequin, also voices Lockett in Season 6. Bloom is the only winx not to earn her Blue Mics in Blue Mics Power or the Golden Auditorium. Bloom had many times where she tried to quit and leave Althea to go back to her adoptive home in Gardenia, which it shows in Seasons 1 and 3, both mainly about Sky and Diaspro, with the latter unintentionally causing a rift then purposely causing it, and 6, for realizing that she helped Selena by putting Flora in danger. Bloom had her orange hair changed into different shades of red in her Blue Mics and Mythics forms. Bloom has Sagittarius, Aquarius in the 4Kids dub, for her zodiac sign. She shares this with Techna. Bloom resembles Deloise. Bloom and Stella are the only winx to have a sleeveless uniform in Season 7. In World of Winx, Bloom's duet voice actress, Haven Pascal, also plays the role of the narrator. Bloom has experienced up to 2 comic-exclusive romances and is tied with Aisha over it. Her romance with Adrian only lasted for 1 issue, issue 44, and it never became more than a mutual romantic interest. Her relationship with Jordan lasted for up to 2 issues, issues 74 and 75, as she decides to date him after Sky calls their relationship. Bloom loves reading, especially books about magic, and she likes making lots of cakes, and huge pizzas that she can eat together with her girlfriends. As revealed in Peter Pan's Son, Bloom's weakness is the fear of being alone or monophobia. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. This is Aisha's fear in the original animated series. Bloom is the only character in World of Winx to break the 4th wall as she froze time and spoke directly to the audience on several occasions. Bloom is the only member of the Winx whose special honorific power goes unused throughout the second season of World of Winx. Along with Stella, Bloom is one of the 2 Winx members to have her signature color, and sometimes pink, in every of her transformation. Honorific is her RST transformation in which she wears plum. As revealed in Peter Pan's Son, Bloom also writes the lyrics for the band. Bloom's RST duet voice actor, Haven Pascal, also voices Bee from Regal Academy, which is also another show created by Rainbow. In some couture artworks and the recent Winx dolls, people frequently mistake Bloom for Flora and vice versa, as the 2 look fairly similar at RST glance. Reference: Con Armed in the book, I Want to Be a Fairy in the introductory page. Welcome to Magix. 3.03.1 The Spy in the Shadows, Dark as Prisoner, The Phoenix Revealed. The Fashion Week. 5.00, 5.01, 5.02, 5.03, 5.04, 5.05, 5.06, 5.07, 5.08, 5.09, 5.10, 5.11, 5.12, 5.13, 5.14, 5.15 Bloom's 2007 OCL Online Prologue. https://u2.be/5reject_xlq=psi=sign C08ZJ2 Rainbow presenta il segreto del regno perduto. emumovies.it 2007. 8.08.1 TV Eugenio Stra racconta la sua Winx ambientalist. Wikipedia O'Donnell. 9th of July, 2011. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF.